Now we've got another demonology inquiry. Cool. The private message goes something like this. Are there any types of demons with great knowledge? If we don't even know whether they exist or not, how can we say that they have great knowledge? All you can do is to look at the various mythologies, and they are mythologies, of various forms of spiritual entities. I mean, hypothetically, the demon with the greatest knowledge would be God, wouldn't it? Right? Full stop. That's the hypothetical demon or spirit, because the word demon just means spirit, which would hypothetically have all knowledge, in accordance with some traditions. But that's only one cultural point of view, but so are all the others, just one particular cultural point of view. And there hasn't been any hard and fast scientific studies to be able to say that this particular spirit has a certain quantity of knowledge, its knowledge is true, reliable, honest, factual, hard and fast, so therefore this is the spirit that you should always be talking to when you want to learn how to bake a cake, or get £5 in your pocket, or get that really hot bitch in your social club to get her clothes off for you. Whatever it is. I mean, what a question. What an absolutely silly question. I mean, all of the demonology stuff is basically a culture's interpretation of how to create servitors in accordance with the writings of Peter J. Carroll, Phil Hine, and all the rest of that. But it's done within a certain ritual, that's all. That's all. And it's no different in practice than any other form of spiritualism. So why aren't you being a spiritualist? You might as well just be a Christian spiritualist. Seriously, you might as well. I mean, what's the stuff about, you know, demons there? Yes, they got power and knowledge. Do we know that? No, we don't. All we have is strange experiences to go by. You know, we don't have hard and fast facts saying, right, you know, Astaroth, he's the big one. Yeah, he must know everything. Yeah, he exists, he really exists, yeah. Because the only people who talk like that are people who are permanently on drugs and think they're rebelling against society through adopting reverse Christianity. There's something strange going on there, but that's up to them, and that's up to, you know, all the other complex social and political dynamics as far as religion is concerned, and it's not really to do with any hard and fast facts as the workings of the universe, and don't think for a minute that it is, okay? The message goes on. Are there any that would give me tips on how to change my mortal flesh and blood into something literally different? What drugs have you been taking? Seriously? It can't happen. At all. All we got is strange experiences to go by, okay? There's no one who suddenly turned their flesh and blood into liquid silver and flint. It doesn't happen. Or you need to turn yourself into a reptile. You want to become a reptile? Tough. It's not going to happen. You're a mammal. Get used to it. I mean, what on earth? It is, seriously. What drugs are you on? No, all this occult stuff, it is experiential, experimental, and it's an art form, okay? That's all. It's not a question of some prat came up to me and says, it worked, therefore, you know, I can just light a few candles, give my soul to the devil, and all my health problems will go away, and I'll get that skinny, you know, lady from my local social club to get a kit off for me. Yeah, it'd be wonderful. But what on earth has been going on with you? The message goes on. I promised myself when I get into the left-hand path I would also seek and ask out for tips and ideas on how I can improve myself much faster. Well, the first thing you can do to improve yourself much faster is not to be a religious literalist, either of the left-hand path or right-hand path or middle-hand path or front-hand, back-hand, whatever hand path. And it sounds to me as if you're taking everything very literally and on face value. And that is bad. That is scary. Alright? Because if you're going to do that with all this weird heebie-jeebie stuff, then what are you going to do with any other form of information which is going to be presented to you? It's wrong. simply wrong. Don't be a literalist. So that's how you can do it faster. Be critical of all this stuff you're reading and hearing about, and all these strange drugged up people that you know go, yeah, yeah, do what you will, yeah, yeah. Fuck off. Especially from someone who is very knowledgeable in the areas I'm going to get more into. Okay, well, why don't you just do some meditation for a while? Read books upon Buddhist and Hindu meditation, because that's very good. You might think, no, I don't want to do that, that's all poncy and girly, you know. Well, it's all the same stuff. I mean, there's no real difference between any theological school of thought. They all have prayer and meditation, they all have ceremony, they all have connections of different ideas with various different names and colours and all the rest of that, but they're all the same. It's not a question of us. I mean, I look at everything from a deist perspective, which means that I'm actually a little less literalist than all the other people out there. And that's why I'm a good source of information, or a better source of information than a lot of people out there, so bear that in mind. Because it seems to me as if you're just bringing yourself into this cult mentality because you want to get something out of this. You actually want to get something out of this, you really do. But you're pinning your hopes upon mythologies that have been taught to you, rather than actual hard and fast facts. So be aware of that. You know, to improve yourself faster, you've got to change the way in which you're looking at this information. It's wrong. By watching your videos and how you said to me you have been doing this since your teen years, which I have been, I believe you know a lot about this area of existence. Yeah. Because I'm not a literalist, because I'm a deist, because if someone's trying to force a doctrine or a dogma into me, whether it's left-hand path, right-hand path, or whatever, I tend to raise my middle finger and say, you know, screw you, because I know that they're just trying to sell you into their religion so they will get a feeling of power over you. That's what they're about. They're mentally ill, sick, twisted people who are trying to control you for either their financial benefits, or their psychological benefits, or their political benefits. And I'm rather afraid for you that you're being pulled into this. And I don't want you to suffer. And that's why I'm taking the piss out of you. Because you need to have something to rattle your cage a bit to make you realise that you're doing things that are wrong. Okay, look after yourself. And try and stay sane and stay away from all of these weird fuckers. They're dangerous.